About to go into F4 qualifying, iRacing. The Norwegian circuit, into the R, I can't remember the name. Nor can I pronounce it. But that's where we're racing. The aim of this race being that we just want to get as much safety rating as possible. Trying to climb the ranks. Currently D ranked. We'll have to wait until the next season to progress to C rank, unless we can fast track the license by consistently scoring safety ranking. And if we can get it up to a 4.0, right now we're at 3.37. If we can get that to a 4.0, it will automatically get upgraded to a C in Formula Racing. So this still has to be done in the other classes. I've only made it up to Class D in the sports cars, and haven't touched the other ones as yet. So I've only been working on Formula and sports cars so far. So let's see what we can do here. Had a bit of a practice on this circuit. It's taken the longest time to get into iRacing. Been encouraged a lot by Mike. He keeps singing the praises of iRacing. Should be voted iRacing Salesman of the Year. Because honestly, I was very, very reluctant to try it. But having been pumping out laps over the last few days and getting involved in the license testing, trying to score iRating, this has been a hell of an experience. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So, qualifying is a little bit different on iRacing, or at least from the events that I've participated in so far, in that whilst there's a set amount of time, usually around about 8 minutes to qualify for these races, you're only actually allowed to do 2 timed laps. And obviously the best of those 2 laps is the one that you qualify with. So we're about to complete our first timed lap. As you hear, our Aussie crew chief there is telling us we have one last lap. I think I managed to knock off the delta time that is usually under the mirror. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be seeing that, but I don't know anyway. I'm just gonna go as fast as we can and try not to lose control of the car. Ooh. Okay. But one thing that I've definitely loved about iRacing so far is it's felt very stable. Driving seems to make sense, and if you pay attention to what you're doing, you do gradually get faster because you can get consistent results out of it, which sounds very silly to say, but sometimes depending on the sim that you're racing in, you can do the same thing 3 times, sometimes you get 3 different results, but here I find that it's very, very consistent. So that's us for our checkered flag. Let's see what we get for a lap. 1:23.9. It's absolutely dreadful and about 4 seconds off the pace. But it is what it is. We've only been on this for a couple of days now. And we're starting to figure it out. Thankfully as well, very much like Le Mans Ultimate, when you qualify, you do qualify by yourself. You're the only one on the circuit. So there's no running into others while you're driving around, etc. Which is very helpful. So yeah, we're going to be back in a moment for the feature race. 15-minute F4 race. Okay. Lights.
Green, green, green.
Here we go. Alright, again, so the aim is to stay out of trouble.
Right side. Stay on the left. Go left. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear. 2 wide. Still there. Hold your line.
Okay, we managed to get out of that
Clear on the left.
with no incident frames. So I don't even care that we got past. So our race could have been over right there in turn 1. So thankfully not.
There's an incident ahead. Go right. Go right.
Okay, thankfully we avoided that
Car
as
on your
well.
left. You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty. Still there. Clear on the left.
Yeah, that's fine. We got the slowdown penalty, 1 incident frame so far, but our front wing is still intact, thankfully. Managed to avoid all of the trouble. I like this driver behind me as well. Dan Castro, he seems to want to be avoiding trouble too, which I like very much.
There's an incident behind.
Uh-oh. Guess I spoke too soon. Sorry, Dan. Alright, let's see where we are. One thing about iRacing, it doesn't update your position until you cross the line. We're in 14th place, which is pretty cool. The thing that I've learned the most throughout my entire sim racing journey, I think, is to learn to be consistent, and the value of that is far higher than being fast. So I'm never going to be the fastest, but I will try to be more and more consistent. And obviously try to avoid trouble as much as possible. So we're being hunted here.
Left side.
Ooh.
Clear. Left side.
Okay. I'm just gonna let them
Clear
go.
on the left.
I don't want any of that. I'm here for safety rating, guys. So I guess we're back to 16th place again. As we'll see as we cross the line, having given up 2 positions there. But if those guys fight and they get themselves in trouble, that's up to them. I am neither fast enough nor confident enough on this circuit, as this is still pretty early in my journey. I do love how these cars grip. This F4 car is amazing. There you see the benefits of consistency, as I think that was Mr. Castro slipped out there.
New fastest lap for you.
I also realize another thing, but sometimes the speed can scare me. And when I say that, I mean that you're approaching the turn, and sometimes the turn's happening so fast, you're almost worried you're gonna skid out. Ooh, like that. Twitchy twitch. Okay. Hopefully we're going a little bit faster this time. Yeah, the car almost feels out of control in some places when you take a turn too fast.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 20.06.
I'm also very conscious of cutting curbs here with iRacing as well, because you get incident points for going off track. But at the same time, I also need to learn what the track limits are.
The car behind is pitting.
So, Aussie Chief just said something about fastest lap. Oh, it's our fastest lap of the session, which happens to be a personal best of 122.9. But the leader's doing a 120, so he's flying away. He's doing stuff like hammering it right over those turns right there. Somebody's gone out, but I don't know where. This is ahead. Okay. Still doing good. Oh, we messed that one up there a bit. A little bit too deep. Oh, and it's racing line on until I know these weird tracks, because this stuff is not like Silverstone, etc. So it's actually super helpful for me. In fact, I'll go as far to say, normally where I would turn the racing line off, I've actually found iRacing's one to be incredibly helpful. So I'm not necessarily in a hurry to turn it off, even for the circuits that I do know, which I haven't really come across yet. It's not your usuals. I mean, whilst they do have Silverstone and Spa, Le Mans, etc., most of the events, especially in the lower classes, take place on a lot of obscure circuits that aren't necessarily in every sim. So for example, this one, whatever it's called again, Motor Center Park, can't remember, but yeah, whatever it's called here, I've never seen this circuit before, and I'm not aware of it being in any other sim. So whilst it might be, I've never come across it. And as we know, like for example, Automobilista 2 has a lot of Brazilian circuits and South American circuits that we might not be familiar with, but iRacing has a lot of, it looks like a lot of North American based ones, and obviously some others that we're not necessarily familiar with.
You got a slow car on the left.
I don't know if we're making any progress on the driver in front.
You got a slow car on the left.
Slow car on the left, somehow he took off his wing. Please don't get in my way.
The car behind has gone off.
Alright. Hopefully we didn't lose too much time anticipating that. That's another thing with iRacing, because everything that you do affects your rating. You have to always be very careful that you're not plowing yourself right into an accident and things like that, ruining your own race, ruining your rating, your safety rating, or your actual iRating itself. He peeled off into the pits and it just freaked me out for a second. I didn't even pay attention to where the pit lane entry was.
You're in the top 10.
So we started in 16th place, and just from driving consistently, not necessarily that fast, we managed to get to 10th place. Not bad at all. Looks like if we have about 4 minutes to go, so it's going to be another few laps. It's very easy to lose control coming over that left-hander. It's downhill, so you can very easily lose the back of the car right there. That's just happened to me a few times in practice. Very conscious of that section, but oh shit, I also suspect there's time to be had by taking it a bit faster. Nearly lost it back there a few turns ago. And that was a poor driver error because the car seems to be fine. Yeah, thoroughly enjoying this sim altogether. It's a lot of fun, and the regular competition definitely adds excitement to it. Because sometimes I do get bored on the other sims due to the limited competition, and also the ooh, I went down a gear too early there. Yeah, the limited competition, and also the fact that people don't really tend to take it too seriously. So as a result, you can deal with a lot of wrecks and it's just silly stuff. Whereas with this, so far, whilst some of those people have made it across, once you get out of rookies, it's not too bad. That's a much better turn that time. On the edge of track limits there. So we have 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. That leads me to believe at around about 1 minute 22 a lap. We've got at least about 2 laps to go. I think it's pretty much to the end of the time plus 1 lap. Turn where you can get on, if you get on the gas too quickly, it's over. Back's just spinning around on you. Our buddy usually comes up and says white flag lap. The last lap. But
There's an incident behind.
Behind us, okay, that's cool. At least we won't get caught robbed of our top 10 slot. I did it again, geared down in the wrong place. Don't know how much of the penalty or how much of a penalty there is for that in terms of time, but it's a habit I want to get out of. The turn is so tight and so sharp. Taking it at speed just feels weird. It feels like you're about to go around every time. Getting right on the edge of track limits there.
Last lap.
As in we're coming up to the last lap now, we've got one more to do or what? That's not a checkered flag, so yeah, we're still doing our last one now. Alright. Next driver is how far up the road? 8.3 seconds, yeah, so unless he decides to go off, we've got no chance of catching him, so we just wanted to bring it home safely, and that's it. Didn't gear down this time. Gear down now though. Okay. So just a few corners left. And then we get to see what we got for safety rating. And how it contributes to the 4.0 that we're chasing right now.
Car stop on the left. There's the flag. It's over.
Nice one. Okay, so
Good
we're
job.
going to go over
Very
here
good job.
and stop off of the racing line. Take ourselves back to the pits. Okay, so that's one in the bag. 9th place. Not bad. Qualifying lap 123. 52 seconds behind the leading bloody hell. Anyway, we came for points and that's what we got. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so we're just gonna check out our rating, and we got an additional 0.15 for our rating, for the safety rating. So we're only 0.48 away from 4.0. And our iRacing rating's gone up to 1599, so a plus 31 increase. So definitely very happy with that. And we'll see what other races are available.